Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time watching one of my videos. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Morphe x Jeffreestar brush collection, and like you guys seen on the title of the video, I have been using these brushes for the past week, and I am just going to tell you guys what I thought about it. Before you guys say anything, I had saved the packaging, so I put everything back in here. I also washed the brushes yesterday, so they're clean and they're dry, ready to be used again to demonstrate you guys how they've been working for me. Okay, so this is how the package looked. Very like pink, very Jeffreestar. And we're just gonna take off this finally. I do have the little plastic in there, so that's why it looks kind of like ashy, this plastic thing, so it does look way more clear. You guys can see right through it. Here's the brushes right here. When I received this package, I was so excited to try them out. That's why I decided to try them out for you guys first, and now I'm uploading this video. So I did wash them. You guys can see they are super nice. They feel really nice. As soon as I felt them, they just feel so soft. So I'm just gonna moisturize my skin, and I normally use this as a moisturizer slash primer only because it kind of has a tacky feeling to it, and I do this when I just stay home but I want to have some makeup on. So I'm gonna go with Glam Glow Volcanic Moisturizer. We're gonna go in with this brush right here. This is the foundation brush that he claimed to be good for liquid products or any creams. This one's a little thick, so I'm just gonna, honestly, I love this brush. It has made everything so much easier. I always apply my foundation with a beauty blender, but I always, like before the beauty blender, I would use a brush similar to this, and that's what I would always go to. And honestly, I feel like when you apply your foundation with a brush, it's so much faster. It's hard to find a brush that doesn't absorb too much foundation or just gives you like this streaky looks. So this brush has definitely took me back to that, and I love applying my foundation with this one right here because it's just so much faster. So we're gonna go in with L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This is my go-to drugstore foundation. It's weird, but it's okay because I do feel like it gives you this nice even skin tone. I don't feel like it absorbs all the foundation like a beauty blender would. Definitely gives you a nice coverage with the amount that you decide to apply on your skin. The one tip I do recommend when you're using a brush for your liquid foundation, you always want to make sure that your brush is clean. When you start using brushes and you leave the foundation here for days, or I don't know how long, it does seem to stay there, which will give you a streaky look with liquid foundations, and that's just gross. So definitely don't forget to wash your brush just like you would with your beauty blender, so wash it and use it, wash it and use it. You guys can see it's just giving me like this nice even skin tone. Like I'm always rushing, so this works so good for me. I love it. This is like my go-to foundation brush. It has been for the past week, so perfect. So that is for the foundation brush right here. It gives me a nice smooth finish look. Not finish because we're not done, but I love it, guys. I really do. And I believe they sell these individually if you guys don't want the whole brush thing. But okay, so now we're gonna move to brows because I have no brows going on right here. So we're gonna use the brow angle brush, and this is this one right here, and it does come with a spoolie. As soon as he brought this one up, I was so excited to use it. Exactly what he said on his video. If you guys watched Jeffreestar's review video on these brushes, I always use angle brushes for my eyebrows, and the number one thing I hate about angle brushes, I'm gonna show you guys, is the thickness. This one's a little messy. They're so thick, like I can do a little line or just kind of start to do like those hair strokes on my eyebrows when the brush is this thick. So as soon as he said he wanted that nice thin angle brush, is exactly what I've been looking for forever. And the one I'm actually using is also from Morphe. It's a R45 brush right here. But even when you see these two together, like this is the Morphe one, this is the one I use now. It's actually smaller than the Jeffreestar's one, but they're both as thin, which I just love. Like I just been looking for a thin brush. If you guys like that little like stroke eyebrow hair looks, this is a brush to go for. So I've been using this one, and this one, but as soon as I got this one, I just completely changed. I was sold immediately when he said it's a thin angle brush, because that's just hard to find. So I'm just grabbing some of my pomade. This is a Anastasia pomade in dark brown. Guys, that is so easy. Oh my god, I know they're a little crooked, but these strokes are just so easily made. And I normally don't stroke my whole eyebrow. I just do the inner side because I kind of have this side a little lighter. Let's zoom you guys in. It's just so easy. Like, oh my god, you guys see? That line was so easy to make. See, this collection just has me shook. I don't think I'm gonna go back to any other brushes, and that's like, I'm being so honest. I literally had a favorite brush for my eyebrows, and I had it for over like 4 years. It broke. It was from Milani, and I never found a brush like it, and those were basically never made again, or I don't know what happened, but I just didn't find that specific brush again. And I was always looking for angle brushes, and I'd never found one. That Morphe brush was the closest I found to it, and honestly this one I can say it's even better than the Milani one. Like, even the Anastasia little pencil eyebrow brush, I mean, I love Anastasia, but it's not even compatible. This brush is a whole other level. I love it so much. Okay, so my brows are looking very thick. Like, they're there. This is what I go for. I just outline them, fill them in, and then I clean them out. So you guys seen how easy it was to do that? I'm just gonna go ahead, fast forward the process of my brows, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so moving on to the next brush is this one right here. I am going for a more natural look, so you guys can see the contour, eyeshadows, brows, everything that's going on. The next brush is this one right here. This is a JS3, and I was actually not even telling you the names. Sorry. The foundation brush is JS1, and the eyebrow brush with the spoolie is JS7. So now we're gonna go again, like I said, JS3, and this one he was talking about that it was for contouring. I was like, wait, this brush is too small. Like, I just feel like this is just too small to contour, and it was just gonna leave me a streaky contour, and I hate streaky contours. I'm gonna show you guys how I've been using it, and then I'll tell you guys what I think. So when I cream contour, I go in with this right here. This is a Stila concealer in the shade Deep. It's really pigmented. I don't like to go in with a lot. I'm just gonna do a couple dots, one little line. Basically what I do is I like to go exactly where I want it, and this is what this brush mainly gives you, is nice precision to put everything exactly where you want it to be. Then I like to do circle stroke motions and just kind of start blending this all around my skin. Whatever is left on the brush, I like to just go around my skin. I don't normally contour my forehead. You guys can see I have a small forehead, but I like to just bring the color up a little bit, so it just gives me that nice kind of dewy bronzy look. Do you guys see the difference? Like, I blend this into something like this, so don't get scared. Like I said earlier, this concealer is super pigmented. Okay, so I noticed using the smaller brush, it just gives me more of a precise contour. So I like to still go in with my baking powder and do the line. That's just optional, but you really don't have to do that when you use a smaller brush. The only thing that I was worried about is blending it in, and honestly it does its job. If you feel like you can't blend it in, you can always go in with your foundation brush because it has cream already, and just kind of go in there and continue blending it, and it works amazing. I don't like to go in with powder. I do feel like it's a little harder to blend the powder in with this one when I was using it with powder. So with liquid, I really like using it. You can also go in your nose because it's not, I mean, it's big, but it's not as big as the other contour brushes, so it works really good on your nose as well. I'm gonna be using a Kylie concealer, my favorite concealer. I'm just gonna go in with the foundation brush, and I'm gonna set the concealer down. I try to just clean it a little bit in my hand, but I still get that lighter look, foundation look. It actually blends it really nicely. And the Kylie concealer is actually thicker than my foundation. And you guys can see I'm working a little faster, but it still blends it nicely. Very smooth. Whatever's left on the contour brush, I'm just going to go in my nose bridge and just give it a light contour vision. Nothing crazy. Next, I'm going to go in with JS2. This is a powder brush. I'm going to go in and set my whole face with it. Normally, I would use this sponge here, and I really like this one because it has the line which most beauty blenders come with now. But this one gives me like the nice cut down here, which I'm gonna do right now. So I'm still gonna do the line with this one because I'm gonna go in with some banana powder, which I depotted here already, and I'm going to apply this first under my eyes. And the first time I used this, I was like, what? It's not even getting the powder. I just feel like, look how much falls out. But then as soon as you apply it, it's still there, like crazy. You guys will see, like, it's still there. So much powder. So we just like to blend this everywhere. And I like to blend it in at the same time. I've noticed that it gives me a more kind of like softer look than when I apply it with the sponge. The sponge kind of just gives you a more thicker, heavier look. So if you guys like more natural but yet full glam, this brush is really good for that. That probably don't make sense. I like to kind of pat it first and then blend it in at the same time. I'm just going in with my powder sponge, and I like to make the contour line, which you just can't do with this brush. And that's the only thing, you know, I really don't like, because I still have to go in with my sponge, but I don't believe a brush could do that because it's not as straight as this sponge. So I just like to fix it up down here, and then I blend it off with the same brush. So that's what I've been doing lately with this brush. I just do that there. I also go in and I do my nose. Just going back in with more of that powder and just kind of setting around my face. It just looks so smooth. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So now I set in my whole face. You guys can see it gives me very smooth finish. I'm just gonna leave the rest on there, and we're gonna go and move on to eyes. I already primed my eyes. I went with my Pierre Louise base right here. We're gonna go in with the eye brushes, which 2 eye brushes come in this collection, and the first one is JS5 and JS6. This is how they look right next to each other. This one's more of a fluffier, bigger brush, and this one right here is more of a flat, fluffy brush. So the JS6 I would use more to be precise, kind of pack on color and give it a little blend. The JS5 I would use to add more shades into my eyelids, something like a transition color that you wanted to go all the way up to your, not to your brow bone, but a little higher, and it gives you more of a softer look. So I've been using these 2 for the past week, and I honestly really like them. It really makes my eyeshadows just blend so much easier. So I'm gonna go in with, we all know whose palette, James Charles Morphe palette, and we are doing natural. Going to use JS5 first, which is the bigger, fluffier brush. We're gonna go in with this shade over here, and this is Canvas. It's gonna be my transition color, which is hardly even noticeable. It's very nude. I always like to have a very light transition color on my eyes. It just helps everything to blend in better. Next, with the same brush, I'm gonna go in with Code James and just apply this more on the outer side of my lid. Okay, so you guys can see it just applies it so smoothly, which makes it very easy to blend. There it is, shade number 2. Very soft looking, nice. I think I might put a darker shade on the outer corner a little bit, just so you guys can see it a little better. We're gonna go in with 10% off using the same brush, and I'm going to apply that on the outer side. Just a bit, because I want to be drastic today, just natural. Perfect. Now we're gonna go in with a JS6, and we're gonna apply a lighter shade on the inner corner just to give this eyeshadow a little pop. I'm going with the shade down here. This is Pinkity Drinkity. We're going to add this into our inner eyelids. So I'm not even like cutting my crease to add this, and it's there, like it's really there. The brush doesn't drop and have this eyeshadow just completely fall out. Like you guys can really see the eyeshadow in it. I would normally have to cut my crease with my primer or concealer, then apply this eyeshadow because it's so light to my skin tone. But you guys can see it, it's like right there with just this brush. There's like no fallout too. Perfect. Perfecto. Just made it so much easier to apply eyeshadows. Very easy to blend the eyeshadows for sure. I also have new pictures on my Instagram. I use these brushes on my eyes, and you guys can see it just blended out my eyeshadow very nicely. If you guys want to check those pictures out, I do have my Instagram linked down below. So I'm going to go in with JS6, and I'm going to apply eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with 10% off. I honestly love this brush for my under eyes because it's still kind of flat, but it has the fluffiness to blend out under your eyes without making it look too messy. I'm going to go in with JS2. This is the powder brush once again. We're going to dust off my banana powder. I am going to go in with my KKW Beauty contour palette. I don't have brushes to use this with. I would use the contour one, but like I said, I don't like to use this brush specifically with powder. It's just too small. It has cream in here, and I feel like it leaves me a streak look. So I am going to use my regular brush that I use to contour, but since I already have like cream contour, I like to go in with just bronzer. I do use a pretty big brush because I wanted to give me this nice bronzy look. This is a contour one, so I don't use that one. I use a nice bronzy look, and it just helps me look more like bronzy. Okay, so I just applied lashes and my finally, we're going to go in with this brush right here. This is the JS4. It is a highlighter brush, and we all know Jeffreestar is a highlighting queen. I've been obsessed using this brush. I haven't really used my other Morphe brush, which is this one right here. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty highlighter, and it is Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I just love how it just adds the highlighter exactly where you want it. Like, you don't have to mess it all up and make your whole face look like a glam ball. It's just exactly where you need it. Like, this brush, I've been obsessed. Look at how, oh my god. Like, it just is there, and it's so easy. You just blend it a little and you're good to go. Now, if you want to stack it up, add some more highlighter, be extra glowy. Just go in again and apply some more. I do have a review on the Fenty Beauty products on my channel if you guys are interested. And that is it. Oh my god. Guys, that is it for this look using the Morphe brushes with Jeffreestar. Let me get them all. This collection has been the best brush collection I've ever got because I use a lot of brushes. I literally didn't need any more brushes besides this brush right here, just to put a little bit of bronzer on my skin. Other than that, all these brushes are good to go. This can give you a full face glam. I do have a least favorite one, and that would be this one right here. I don't think it works as good as my other brushes to contour. I would rather use a bigger domey brush to set my concealer contour or my cream contour, because I don't like it to leave me that line, which this one actually you guys can see I don't have a line, only the line that I created with my baking powder. But other than that, I just feel like it's more work because it's so small, and you have to really blend it in really good with this one. All these over here, I absolutely love them all. Especially, I want to say my favorite one, I don't know, it's so hard to pick because eyebrows are very important. I finally found a brush that I've been looking for. The highlight brush is amazing, gives you this nice precise highlight but yet still blendable, and this brush just makes my life so much easier to apply my foundation with, and it leaves me a nice smooth finish, which you guys saw. The both eyeshadow brushes are amazing. They gave me this nice blendable natural look. Finally, the powder brush I absolutely love. I definitely see the difference between my other brushes. It leaves me this nice smooth finish with the powders, and I love this one. So for sure I will be adding all these brushes to my everyday collection, and definitely worth the price. And it just made my life easier. Like, this is all the brushes I use for today's look. How easy is that? I can go anywhere. So that is everything I have to say for these brushes right here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and leave me comments down below on what you guys think. If you guys tried these brushes, also let me know your guys' opinion on what you guys think. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.